Bruce, Golf Pride is coming up with new grips for 2017 with a certain Align technology. Would you explain us a little bit what this is all about?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming by the booth, Marcus. So what Align technology is doing is it's allowing the player for the first time ever to get their hands on the grip consistently every single time. And we're going to offer this in the MCC Classic line, which is the white one, and also in the MCC Plus 4 line. And really this technology was born out of our relationship with the tour players. As you know, 80% of the guys on the PGA Tour play Golf Pride, and we don't pay anybody to use our product. They use it because it's the best. But what we discovered was 1/3 of the players on the PGA Tour are using a grip that has a classical reminder in it. And a reminder is simply a bump, a spine on the back of the grip that allows the players to get their hands in the same position every single time. But the players were telling us that they want a much more pronounced rib, a much more pronounced bump. And obviously there's limitations on how big you can make that bump and still make it conforming within the rules of golf. So what we wanted to do was really take that technology from the inside and move it to the outside of the grip. And that's exactly what you see right here. So this red raised ridge on the back of the grip is actually a dedicated piece of material that's different than the surrounding material. It's actually a lot firmer. It's 50% firmer versus the surrounding material. So that's going to make this feel a lot more pronounced when you're holding it in your hand. And really this is the first grip that's going to allow a player to get their hands in there consistently every time before they even start the swing. And that's a big thing, because if you can get your hands in there consistently before you start swinging, your likelihood of hitting solid shots is very much increased. So the other technology point on this grip is the texture that's on this. It's a texture that's different than the surrounding texture. It's called a micro diamond texture. So it allows your hands and fingers to really find it when you put your hands on there, because obviously it's going to be face downward and you're not going to be able to see it. The final thing would be the actual length and width of this. We did a lot of consumer testing with this to really optimize what that is so your fingers can recognize this when you place them on the grip. Okay?
Show us the Plus 4.
Sure. Got the Plus 4 right here. And the difference with the Plus 4, this gray one versus the white one, isn't just the color, but it's the material. It's actually a little bit softer versus the classic MCC. And it also has a reduced taper profile in the lower part to allow and encourage lighter grip pressure. So the final thing about this Align technology that's interesting is this white gutter that surrounds it, and we call that a flex channel. So when you install a shaft on this, it's going to push on the inside of this grip, hitting this inner rail, and that's going to push this thing upwards, and these flex channels allow this raised ridge to move upwards. And that's what creates that raised ridge, is when you install the shaft, because free state is just going to be visual, but once you install it on a shaft, that's what activates the technology and will create the raised ridge and allow your fingers and hands to go on there consistently every time. So this is a big idea, and not only are the tour players going to be excited about this, but this is something that's really going to help amateur players out there play better golf, because the grip is the only part of the club that you touch. It's very important. And if you don't have a consistent grip every time, your likelihood of hitting solid shots decreases. So this is going to help golfers out there. We're excited to get it into the market.